Hello, Mr. Beard here with your class recap for Wednesday, August 14th. On screen is our bell ringer for the day, which was a short writing piece. How are you like an iceberg? How much do people really know about you, and how much do you think you really know about others? Basically, how do you think people perceive you, and how do you perceive those around you? Do you know more about your close friends than outsiders might know? We're talking about this because we want to focus on details. One of the things we've been struggling with in our writing thus far is adding details to support our points. So instead of just saying, people don't know much about me, well, what don't they know? What do you think or how do you think people perceive you? So we needed to add details, and that led us into our breakout sessions, where we did 2 breakout sessions. One over ideas, which focused on adding details. We did a little drawing where we drew a stick figure and then listed all the injuries we've ever had on that stick figure. Picked one of those injuries, the most interesting story, that had the most interesting story behind it, and told the story with as much detail as possible. Where were you when it happened? Who was with you? How old were you? What happened exactly? So we wanted to add all those details that a reader would need to understand the story behind the injury. The other breakout session involved organization. We took a look at CEIO and walked through how to use that to plan out the structure of our writing that has a clear beginning, middle, and end with transitions between. After that, we read The Interlopers, which is the story of 2 men who come from families that are in a feud, that absolutely cannot stand each other, similar to the Hatfields and McCoys if you watch that special on the History Channel. And this story takes place on one fateful night when they confront each other in the woods, as you can see from this video here. And right as they're about to have their moment of absolution, when they're going to end this feud once and for all, an act of nature, an act of God happens, and a tree falls and traps them both together under the same branch. So they're trapped with their most hated enemies, and as you might expect, they begin to talk, and they begin to talk about their differences and decide to end this silly feud and reconcile their families and become friends. But there's a twist, and things do not end well for them. So if you didn't read this story, I'm going to post a link to it on Twitter, and I will post a link to this video that does a very good job of capturing the basic theme of the story. That's it for today. Thanks for listening. Just a reminder, we have our open house tomorrow and a quiz on Friday.